Hi, this is a response to How to Do a Magic Card Trick by Ryan. You should watch that video first. This will make more sense if you do. By Ryan is part of the title. He showed a trick. It's an old trick, but it's a good one. His process and everything was fine, but the handling he gives is a little awkward, kind of unnatural looking. As he says himself, he's a piano player, not a card magician. I'm sure that's the reason why. And I thought I could help out, show you a couple little simple techniques that won't really require much at all in the way of practice, if any, and make it much more natural and deceptive looking. To start out, you have a card selected. We'll just use the one off the top here. The Queen of Clubs is fine. And rather than put it back on the bottom, move a couple cards like Ryan said, we can do this instead. So just put that back in the middle of the pack for me. And when you do this, do it just like that, make that motion, and out of the corner of your eye, get a glimpse at this card here, the Five of Hearts in this case. This is called the key card technique. Some of you may already even know it. A lot of lay people are familiar with this. But in the context of this trick, the way it's going to be used, even if they know this, they probably won't realize that you were using it. So we put that back on, and now we know that below the Five of Hearts is their selection, which you would not have seen had this been like an actual performance. And let them mix the deck at this point. Don't let them shuffle it, because that might separate those cards and then you're screwed. But just tell them to cut the deck a few times, whatever they feel like. And as long as they just do simple cuts like this, it won't hurt anything. But the deck's out of your hands, they get to mix it. And when they hand it back, do this. Say, now I could try to look through here and try and find your card and maybe pick one out, like say, is that your card? And of course they'll tell you no, because that's not their card. You're not trying to get it at this point. And what I've done is I've just put it second from the bottom, which is where it needs to be for Ryan's trick. Because when that was lost in the middle, as I fanned through here, what I did was I was looking for that Five of Hearts that was the key card when I saw it. Of course I know it's the Queen of Clubs, but you won't know their card when you do the trick. So when you see the key card, you break it two below that, and just cut the deck like that and do that little line with whatever the top card happens to be. And so they have the card, they put it back in the middle of the deck, they got to mix the deck, and then you immediately put it right back where it was, or right where you needed it, I should say, with really no sleight of hand at all. You did everything openly, they just didn't know what it was they were seeing. And then you proceed with the trick as Ryan taught it. Now for the next part, here's a little you say, is this your card? And they say no. You go, okay. We put that one down, go next one on the top, say, is that your card? And they say no. We put that one down. But of course, if you watch Ryan's video, that this is their card. And how did I put that down invisibly like that? This is called the glide. This is one of the oldest moves in Magic. This is the only thing you might need to practice, and you should be able to get this down in less than 5 minutes probably. Less time than it takes me to explain it, probably even. You hold the cards like this. Don't hold them out at your fingertips like that. You won't be able to do it. Just a little deeper so you can touch the face of the cards. And you say, is that your card? And then they say no. And when you come down, all you do is you just reach in with these fingers and you just push that card down a little bit. Now you may not get, you may get a little bit of this where several cards move. That's fine, because you should get most of your separation here. And you should be able to feel that pretty easily, which one is the second card, if you have problems at all. So that you can you do this and you pull out the second card. And when you do this, do it in one motion. As your wrist comes down is when you push the card back. Don't bend down and then try to push the card back, because that two separate motions can be seen a lot, and it looks like you're doing something. Whereas if you do it in one motion, it's pretty much invisible. The one other thing I would say is Ryan says what he likes to do is he shows the first one, alright, and then he does the little secret thing that he does, and then he shows this one, and he says he lets them see it on this one so they think that nothing special is happening. But why are you, if nothing special is happening, they can see it, then why are you bending the cards down at all? Also, I think it's a mistake to vary your move, because what you want them to think is you're doing the same thing every time, when of course on the first one you're not. But if you make the same motion every time, so that you know, it really looks like you're doing the same thing. They won't be suspicious. But if they don't get to see this one, but they do get to see this one and this one, then they may start to wonder, why did I get to see that one and not these? Or I should say, I said that backwards. Why do they get to see these and not that? And the answer is, of course, because that's when you did the sleight, the magic. And you don't want them to know when you do it. You maybe want them to think that they know, which would be at the end when you hit the cards out of their hand. Which, of course, there's nothing to that. You're just knocking the cards out of their hand, and whatever's in the bottom will naturally stay. And that's really all I have, and I hope that was helpful.